of Phoebe Dunsmith, your basically the Charlie to your angels here, who's been sending you out on all these tasks after the Power Night and trying to stop Muglin and such. You learned that the Gilded Gunners had kidnapped Muglin and essentially were holding him in exchange for the use, if you will, of Sapphire to rob the Steaming Kingdom. Their intentions being, if it didn't work, if they didn't get their gold, they still had some way to flex their muscle onto Muglin to try to get him to pay up for their services, and of course, hunting down Kosawana, who you brought back from the Cradle of Quartz. So you staked out the place with the blessing, but not quite the cooperation of Ramsley, the proprietor of this establishment, a rowdy gal who took a liking to Vemgard, as most of the ladies seem to do. Thank you. As you were staking out the place, what you predicted or were waiting for, but Ramsley did not believe would occur, did in fact occur. Gilded Gunners started shooting up the place. The bartender threw in with them. Shots have been fired. Blood has been spilled. Assurance has not been given, but should have been. And a fight has basically broken out throughout this whole place. Just as you were beginning to gain the upper hand at the end of our last session, you heard a ruckus at the door, and in rushed 2 more of these Gilded Gunners. And let's go over to that scene and I'll take a look. Because, and I'll let y'all load in a second here.
I'm on the last boss now. And I'm done.
Excellent. Congrats. Where's my cameraman? Come here, cameraman. Oh, yeah, it's paused. So the game currently paused, so you can't be around, but as the ruckus at the door here caused you all to turn, you notice that, or at least Vemgard, Drez, are you all right here? Yeah, where are you at, Gurn? Yeah, Gurn right there. Where are you at, Saren? You're back up in the corner. So yeah, all of you notice that from a table you didn't quite notice before here in the passageway, a stranger finishes their drink, sets it down, turns to the ruckus and says with a very nonchalant kind of vibe and attitude, what seems to be the ruckus? And as they're saying this, they're stuffing what appears to be a quite capable musket full of powder, and they join this combat. So on this encounter tab, Hideki, you should see a dice next to your name, and you can click it and roll for initiative.
Not good.
So, right into the thick of things. Round 4 begins with which one? Let's see here. I think is it this one here? Hold on. We're going to do something to it real quick. Okay, yeah, so. All right, so this one that just rushed in the door, and let's see, let's up the ante here just a little bit. So this one that just rushed in the door, she runs right over to this patron and grabs him just like in a headlock, and she just kind of struggles with him and says, quit squirming. And it turns to you, Krillin. You
I'm
still
gonna
in?
move
Yeah.
there. And then I'm just gonna do a. Wait, no, I have a bow staff now. Yeah, whatever. I will do a flurry of blows with my bow staff. Really? I'm gonna hero point that on my first one. All right.
Good hero point. Pathfinder.
Of course.
Oh boy.
Well, Pathfinder note. You get a hero point to start every session, so you should have 1 hero point. Hideki. Alright, so you come around with a vicious strike of your bow staff, dealing 22 damage. You come up on the return strike, though, and you just miss, and you hit yourself in the knee, and you wound yourself.
Come on. All right. So I have one more action. I'm going to. I guess I'm gonna intimidate the same dude, same lady. Is that a lady?
They do look like ladies. I believe Saren was wondering if this was an all-lady organization, maybe perhaps with the intent of joining. I don't know. So you, oof, is that right? What'd you roll right there? 10. So you attempt to intimidate this young lady, but she is sensing victory and does not succumb to your attempt. That's 3, right?
Yeah.
All right, Gurn. What are you mixing up?
Saren, are you near enemies too? I can't see you around that corner. You're muted.
Yo.
Hey.
Yeah, there's that one girl right here. If you look, see where I'm hitting. And I'm north
Okay.
of that up in the corner.
Yeah, I can see you.
There's one on this side, and then there's 3 at the bottom. Or 2 that I get to get at the bottom.
You got that guy then right there?
Yeah, I got this close chick. Hopefully. He's got a
Alright.
human shield, but shoot the hostage.
I will. This person here right next to her is a civilian, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
That she has grabbed a hold of. Well, that one, you're talking about the one below you, right?
Yeah, that guy
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, so she's like threatening him, but I don't think she grabbed him. They're all just kind of menacing the patrons, except for this one who actually I believe she threw some handcuffs on him. No, she just grabbed him. She grabbed him. But yes, that is a normal person.
10-foot burst. I'm gonna move up to the corner here. I'm gonna target the middle one with animated assault. The 3 of them should have to do a DC 23 reflex save.
Alrighty. And let me hold on. Let me see on this one. Is this one? I think this one here was dead, right? And because her HP is at 0. I think we just we messed it up.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, I splattered her.
Yeah, I remember. And I remember we did the same thing because she came out of the tracker but didn't have the marker on it. So my bad on that one.
The other 2 are still there though.
Oh yeah, they're the ones that came through the door. These 3.
Okay. Yeah, I'll still do it.
Yeah. So just these 2. My bad on that one.
Ah.
Oh.
All right, so 1 missed it, but 1 didn't. The one in the front didn't. And it's just the 2d10?
Yeah, that's pretty weak. I'll take a shot with the what? Short bow. Oh, I have no ammo.
Arrows? You got arrows?
It would appear. Yeah, I'm gonna have to dig through my bag. Oh fuck.
Hey, you got 20 in your bag, you know.
Yeah, it takes 3 actions though to grab it.
I mean, I think we've mostly done it in 2. Like you take your bag off and then you get it out of your bag. Your bag would just be on the ground still. How about that?
Yeah. I can't start it anyway. I moved and casted.
Gotcha. All right, so let's see. This young lady, if it is in fact a young lady and not just a cleverly disguised assassin, first loads her weapon. I don't believe is loaded. Why she didn't come in the door with it loaded, I'll never know. But she aims right at you, Gurn, because you have appeared as a threat to her. So here comes a shot from her dueling pistol. She swears furiously. Reloads her weapon. And she steps up against this wall right here and kind of, she does the old, puts her back to it, kind of leaning up against it, waiting for you to pop out from around the corner completely. The bartender here, just as his turn begins, this gunner that's just burst in, shouts at him, you better get to it. We paid you good money. He steps over these corpses near him.
I thought the bartender died last match.
I thought so too.
No, this chick over by the bar did, and the patron that was with her.
He just kept missing everything to the point that he was hitting the fumble deck the whole time.
I think he just cowered and said he surrendered and took off.
I think we should try to shoot him in the knees and maybe collect all that money that they paid him later.
He used to be a bartender until he got shot in the knee.
I mean, he could probably still be a bartender, but I was planning on killing him after we had the money. Don't tell him that, though, because that takes away the incentive.
He wastes no time reassuming villainous status. He steps over here and points his gun, his little dwarf scatter gun, I believe is what he's got. He points it right here at this patron at this table, and he's just kind of standing there real unsure of himself, real shakily, but he's got his finger on the trigger.
These guys keep assuming that we care about the other patrons. I think we've all pretty much established by now that we do not.
Unless Logan's gonna get the green monster out on one of them.
All right, so this chick, having just been assaulted by your favorite neighborhood monk, She tries to repay the favor and swings on you, buddy, with her knuckle dusters. So you do a Neo Matrix style dodge of her blows, and she just is like, swinging and missing until one of them eventually comes right up, and she just hits herself square in the face with her knuckle dusters. Ends up bleeding from her nose profusely to the tune of 6 damage, and persistently bleeds for 1 damage.
She punched herself in the face for more damage than my 2nd level spell.
As small drops of blood begin to trickle out of her nose. Bleed. Alright, so she's left herself bleeding from the nose. Embarrassed, she steps towards this door, and just doesn't have the strength to open it. She just kind of leans on it. Your friendly neighborhood gunslinger from the back of the cafe steps up. Saren, what will you do?
Well, since I've got the sniper feat, I'm just going to shoot at this girl, and it ignores her concealment from that guy.
Fair enough.
See what we can do. Oh, and last time I was supposed to be covered reloaded, but I didn't reload, so I don't know if you want to let me do that or not.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, I think I flipped the table over?
Yes, and he hid behind you. Well, and I didn't. I mean, you probably don't want to scroll up and let me know if it kind of gets a little laggy, but I did not erase the chat. I did watch the last minute or two of our video from last time, though, so.
I am actually glad that you didn't delete the chat, because I had to look at stuff, because Arcane Stance is completely wrong what I did. I just have to change what kind of damage it does.
Sure. All right, so excellent. From behind his makeshift cover, Saren pops up and just lays out a professionally tuned shot right into this chick's. Just the meat of her shoulder just comes completely wide open, blood spurting right behind her. This patron shrieks. He's never seen such carnage this close, even in the slums of Alkenstar. And she takes 35 damage, and then let's see if she. Oh yeah, it goes. Oh man, I thought she was. So she begins to go into a little bit of state of shock, but regains her senses and is only momentarily stunned from the blast.
Well, then I'll reload and fire the map. And do what gunslingers do.
Shouldn't they be called bullet slingers?
Well, that'll be my 3 actions.
Alright, so you follow that first shot with a equally proficient second shot, and you wing the other shoulder, and this chick is just the worse for wear. She's wishing she had not charged through that door, Leroy Jenkins style. Up next, the stranger who just finished his drink steps forward, and so you tell us what you want to do, and we'll help you figure out how to do it.
Quick question. Should I be shooting the barkeep?
I mean, if you want to.
So, yes, just to kind of fill you in on that, OOC, yes, last time when the fight broke out, it became apparent that the barkeep was in on the take and had taken a payment, and he shot a patron, I believe, and also one of his one of the assassin people by accident. So yes, he's on the take. Whether you want to kill him, I can't give you that advice, but
Mortally wound him.
he is at this moment opposition. Yes.
Let's see.
I will interrogate him.
I vote for kill him.
All right. Well, then I'd like to step forward to this table, and it should be sniper's aim. Should be a 2-action thing. So let's see, target. All those snipers aim.
There you
And
go.
then I
Yeah.
hit the plus 20 because it's like a plus 20, a plus 15, and a plus 10 under the strikes.
So it would be your gun, right? And then you get that's what you just used, isn't it, Saren?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sitting at a plus 20 as well. So that sounds right.
Yeah, because they give you a +2 circumstance. And on the form, like, okay, so you click
Oh, okay. So that's the map accounted for.
yeah,
Gotcha.
if you click where it says strike, well, so first let's do this and load you, so you don't have that problem. Hold on.
Yeah, that's a
There
good
you go.
question. How do I load?
There's a little macro, but don't worry about that right now. I'll just load you when you need to be loaded. You just say I want to load. It is an action. Keep that in mind for a gun. But so on your sheet under strikes, under the little actions tab, if you click that button, it pulls up the little window to roll. Where it says modifier at the bottom, if you click in there and you type +2 and then add, it'll add it right there. But it's actually doing it for you, I see, because you have sniper's aim clicked, so you don't even. Wow.
Okay.
Welcome to the game. Okay, I trained you well.
Let's see. And where do I roll damage? Let's see.
So you should have a button. Yep, you were on it.
44.
Welcome to Pathfinder.
Good first turn.
Yeah.
And I believe that is going to be piercing damage, right? Because that's from your.
I think most
Yeah,
of it's piercing.
damage.
Because it's from a firearm.
It's piercing and bludgeoning. If there is damage reduction for piercing, then it uses bludgeoning. If there's damage reduction for bludgeoning, it uses piercing. Because it has the concussive trait.
I'm looking more at the crit hit deck at this second.
Oh,
and I'm gonna go with the piercing because I think it makes more sense.
Certain people don't need hands, right?
Sure. No one needs hands. All right, so you casually, coolly, after finishing your drink, putting it down, step over, take a bit of cover behind the milieu of tables and chairs. There was a scuffle here earlier that you totally witnessed and knew happened. So you take careful aim at the bartender, right? At the bartender here. And as you devastate him for 44 damage, he is just laid out cold, dead on the floor. The shot rings out so loud that this little chickadee over here is deafened.
Okay, didn't mean to kill him, but oh well, happy accidents. I'd like to do I think I can reload.
Well, you tell me, where were you shooting him?
Preferably the hands, to not kill him.
Oh, you literally meant you were shooting him in the hands.
Yeah, like some people don't need hands was direct code for through the hands.
I'm a little slow. Okay, so you blast at this guy.
I think the problem was his hands were in front of his face.
That might be you right now.
What a dig. Okay, thank you for that. So yes, well, as he's got this gun pointed at the patron, he's got his one arm kind of, cocked out to this, like at an angle, kind of dangling there. And you take careful aim and you show your skill to all of your potential party members here by blasting off his arm from the elbow down. Your musket ball just rips through all the bone and cartilage in his elbow clean, and the flesh just gives way under the weight of the hump hanging there. And as it falls to the ground, he just faints completely unconscious and bleeding out. So he will be dying one and be having to make death saves, because that, of course, took him to 0 HP.
I'm just saying we don't need to heal him. He's not that important.
So you took him down non-lethally, potentially, if you stabilize him within
stabilize people
within his dying.
Then I suppose I would like to, for my third action, take covered reload.
It's fair. All right, so you duck back down and you begin to stuff your musket. Seems like that should take more than one.
That's what she said.
Not if he's the way of the sniper.
All right, so moving along. This gunner here, she's kind of a little bit leery of what's been going on. So she takes a step down and over kind of towards this corner. She ducks almost behind it, and you just hear the sound of reloading. And you know that she has now a shot chambered. Drez.
Alright, let's see here. I'm going to move out to here, and to there. My first action. And I am going to use Feint. If I can find it. There we go.
You swoon. No.
Oh, that. I don't like that. Can I use my hero point to make that a success?
Sure.
I just missed by one.
It was by one, yeah.
So yeah, let's just go ahead and say that worked, and now she's flat-footed.
I need to turn that on in Ashes, right? You guys said you like seeing the AC, right?
Yeah.
Or the DC, I guess, in this case. Okay, so yes, you make her flat-footed by that, right?
Yeah. And then I get stabby.
Ooh, so you come up deftly behind this unsuspecting gal. You do a little whoop-de-whoop. You feint her out, and then you snuff her out. She drops beneath your blade.
And that's my turn.
Vemgard, the legend.
Alright, well, I see...
I will remind you guys, and just because you're in closest vicinity, remember, this door came open, on its own, and I believe there was a scuffle, or one of the guards here, something happened with them, and of course the goal of the gunners here is to, rob the place, so just keep that in mind. But yes.
Thank you for reminding me then. I'm closest, so... Oh, I think that's where I was trying to go to. Okay. 5, 10, 15. I'm coming into the room. And just three people, and I'm assuming they're bad. They have a red outline. Oh, they're...
So, no, actually. These folks are... part of Ramsley's guard. So you've encountered some of these folks before, because they they remember the door was well guarded when you guys all entered, right? As you come fully into this room for the first time, you notice that this is a large kitchen. Obviously, this is where all the food for the guests is prepared. The guards here are very alert. They seemingly are looking around for what they suspect to be someone who's infiltrated this room. But they recognize you and kind of know who you are. They know you've been in this scuffle outside, so they see you, but they don't really have time to question you.
Okay.
You do notice that perhaps in their rush they don't, or maybe they're the ones that have opened it. This door exiting in the southwest, the southwest is standing open.
Okay. Alright, I guess I'm going to take 2 move actions then. I'm going to go right to the door and walk through it.
All right.
Oh.
You have stepped into what appears to be a storage area, but there's a curious sight immediately beyond. What appears to be a not public access door has been forced open, and inside you see a clockwork creature being tinkered upon by someone. You're not quite sure who they are, but you have not seen them as of yet in the Steaming Kingdom.
Okay. I yell at these our allies here and say, "Hey, there's someone over here," and I start running the rest of my actions. I'm pretty sure. 5.
You use 2 to get over there?
Yes, and then third one will be right to him.
Alright, you just gonna run right up at this guy?
Yep. And say, "Hey, what are you doing here?" And yeah, that will be the end of my turn. I think I may have killed myself.
Taking on 2 guys by yourself, eh?
Hey, that's why I yelled at the other 3 people there to come help me. Hopefully they come. I do not know. But, let's hope.
It remains to be seen. So, this gunner here, having just witnessed her companion die, loads her weapon and trains it on you, Drez. Oh, she just gets a hit in as your back is turned. Barely hurts you though. And she just kind of lets out an exasperated sigh, and you hear her load her weapon. You wonder if the next round is meant for herself. As she bleeds from... I believe she's bleeding from her mouth. Oh, well. That's the wrong button. Womp womp. Alright, this round starts with this chick just very confused, right? Her head is kind of ringing out. She takes a step away from this patron. She kind of regains her senses for a second, and she lobs over at you, Saren, a thunderstone. Ooh, and it just bounces off the wall next to you and detonates. And let's see what this thing... Oh, well, that's the wrong thing. Hold on. I'm trying to send the explanation of it. It is. Oh, yeah, that is what it does. Okay, look. It's just damage. Oh. Yeah, 2d4. And then the little Sonic. So, they hit the thunderstorm looks like it hits off the wall. Woo, it makes a loud reverberation that kind of god dang, why am I clicking the wrong stuff tonight? All right, that makes a little reverberation, goes through your body. You take a little damage from it. Click that right there, that fortitude save. Nice. You steel yourself from the worst effects. You kind of at the last second throw your hands over your ears and you block out, the sound to keep from going deaf. But you do take a little bit of splash damage from it. So, having stepped and thrown, she exasperatedly reloads her gun. Krillin.
All right. So what's the plan here? You want to finish off all the minions before we head for this room where the robot is?
I'd say either me or you needs to go, and then the others stay to help finish shit up out here.
I'll stay here. I've got more movement. There's a lot of ground to cover, so you can head in.
Okay, yeah. Next turn, I'll start heading that way.
Okay. All right. Is this one pretty much dead? Just wondering if I should waste flurry of blows on it or just hit it with a normal attack. You guys remember?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know.
It looks like she's got
I
a
can't
bleed
even
on her, but
see.
I don't remember what happened.
I can't even see who you're
Bleeding,
fighting.
what's the other one?
Yeah, I can't see anything either.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to do a demoralize on this one.
All right. You successfully frighten her.
And then I'm gonna use flurry of blows. GG. Oh shoot, was I not targeting anywhere? Shit.
That's a crit and a hit.
Alright, thanks.
Well, Florida scored in the last 5 seconds.
Yeah, thanks
Oh,
for
wow.
bringing it up. You did.
You're a Carolina fan?
Oh no, we also had a tough time with a Florida team. My bad.
Oh,
We were up
Okay,
3
I'm gonna have her hit
runs.
the wall for the crit.
Okay. Yeah. We can all agree. Screw Florida.
I'm rooting for Florida this year.
So your devastating bow hit comes down upon her head, and she is dead from the first blow.
Well, that was a waste. Okay, next action is I'm gonna take cover behind this table. And then I'm done. So is that like half cover or?
Who are you taking cover from? These chicks?
Yeah. Cause I've
How were you? I mean, are you squatting down? You getting on the ground? What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm getting on the ground squatting.
So you just kind of squat behind it? Yeah, I mean, it's at least half. Yeah.
Okay. Was it +2 circumstance for half cover? I can't remember.
Yes.
Okay. And that's it for my turn.
Gurn. What will you do?
I'm gonna sustain that spell for an action. If that is the square I cast it on, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, so it was around there.
Okay,
It at least had those 3 in it for sure.
Another DC 23 reflex, but it's only 1d10. It's more than I got last time.
Ooh, so she jumps out of the way of these swirling objects and only takes 3 damage from one barely clipping her in the shin.
And the other one too?
Ooh, I mean she's mostly out. I guess her square her square is
red.
Her square is red though. Ooh.
There we go.
So, as you are focusing on this spell and sustaining it, this one here takes aim at you and takes a shot opportunistically while you are manipulating. She mad, bro. Alright, in her anger, her shot flies off, barely missing both of you as it flies to your left and just past your new acquaintance here. What else will you do?
I'm gonna target this one around the corner from me with an alchemist fire. If it would ever draw.
Are you gonna like lean around the corner to throw it in her?
Yeah, unless that costs me an action.
No, I give it to you. But keep in mind, that's what she's kind of waiting on.
Uh-oh.
You know, she like leaned up against it, right? Like,
yeah, fair enough. I'll take my chances. Would sustain or concentrate give me the map penalty on this?
I don't know. I think it's just attack actions that take a map.
Okay.
Yeah, but as a tap trait, then that's the only thing that can give you the
Right. Which, yes. Know what I just said?
Yeah. I was just confirming what you
said. So it does have attack, so that would be a map.
Oh, it does.
If you attacked already. Did you do an attack thing?
I just concentrated.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you're talking your first thing. Yeah, your first thing was not an attack. So, yeah, you're right.
Okay.
All right, so as you peek around the corner and you toss this at her, just before you get it out of your hand, she pops off a shot that she was waiting to shoot at you. Ooh, and blinded by the fire coming her way, she misses. And she takes 28 and 4 to the splash. And where's the persistence? Where's your oh, it put it on her.
Yeah, and so the other one down at the bottom should take it too. That 15-foot cone now.
Oh, you have a cone?
Yeah.
Takes the splash, yes.
Correct.
Alright, so you curve it, and it hits off of her gun as she's firing, causing her to miss, and then the splash of it directs all down on her companion. And with that, it moves to this assassin. Is it the one up here? Let's see. Oh, it is the one right down here. So, she reloads. Takes a step out to where she can see you, and she's gunning for you, Gurn. She gets a shot off at you successfully. She is very pleased with herself. Reloads and is now just kind of crouched waiting for you to make a move. She's got just a fire burning up the singes or the fringes of her tattered leathers here, but she doesn't seem to notice at the moment. All right, so this bartender has to make a death roll, which is going to be a DC 11. So he, I believe, just becomes unconscious now, because that was so successful. Let's see. Because, yeah, dying value would be... Oh, that wasn't a crit necessarily. He's reduced by 1. So, yeah, now he is just unconscious. So, he is not healed, but he is just unconscious. He is bleeding, however. So, if he takes some damage here, he's going to be basically dying. So... Yes, this is going to be bad if he doesn't recover. Ouch. So, here's where we're going to teach about wounded. So, he was just dying, so that means he's wounded 1. So now he just took damage, which is going to make him dying again, but since he's wounded 1, he's now dying 2. Basically, if he keeps bleeding and dying and bleeding and recover, like eventually he's gonna just die. Because if you're wounded to 3, wounded 2 or 3,
Dying 3. After dying 3, you die.
Right. So if he becomes wounded 2, then he's not gonna have a good day.
Nope.
Saren, what will you do?
Well, first I'll reload. I'm gonna give my head a shake because I threw a fucking stone at me. And then I'm gonna attack without sniper's aim this time. 'Cause I don't need it.
Famous last words before a miss, but alright.
Still plus 20, man. I don't think I can miss.
Oh.
And if you want a real gun, you get one that has deadly D12, not that D10 shit.
You should be taking him under your wing.
Alright, so you pop
Pretty
off
sure she's dead.
a shot at this chick and you blow her head clean off. Ouch.
Alright, then I reload again. That's my 3.
Alright, so having successfully blasted the bartender into a mutilated mess, as he moans, dying, what will you do?
Let's see. Is there only 2 more enemies in the room?
There are at least 2 that you can see. There's 2, one here and one there.
Which of the 2 looks more healthy?
Well, this one here is on fire, so probably the other one.
Okay. Then I'd like to sniper's aim this one, and that'll be 2 of my actions, but it should be the plus 20 with the circumstance. And that should be. Let's see, that is a crit.
That's it. Yeah, and it added it.
Another one?
Plus 10 crit. Yeah, instead of a nat. All right. So showing off your expert skill, you weave a shot right past your hobgoblin friend here, and it lands deftly in this lady's chest, and it opens it right up for the world to see as she falls over dead.
Okay. And then covered reload using this the table behind me towards the last enemy that I see.
Sure. All right, so this chick here kind of is a little smarter than the rest of them, and she screams out, "Oh, forget this," and she begins to head towards the door. She makes it to the door and steps through it. You don't see her any longer. Drez.
All right, I am just going to start moving like straight back through this door here. That should be one action. And I am going to stop right there and reload for second action, and third action I'm going to hide.
Okay, let's see here. All right. You do so in the doorway of the storage room here. Vemgard.
All right. It's timing it.
So as you come into this room here, this thing does not pay you any mind. It is at the moment full, like elbow deep, tinkering in this clockwork door warden. This clockwork door warden here, you recognize. You've seen these, a few times around Alkenstar. It seems like, it would normally be functional, but it is not functioning. And obviously this thing is like tinkering with it. So something fishy is definitely going on here.
Okay. Since he didn't answer me last time, I am going to just use my spell strike and destroy him. With my level 3 lightning bolt.
Wow. That was impressively low.
Yeah.
And does it just cast it? Did we figure this out, or
Yeah.
it just adds damage, or what?
I will roll my damage. Yeah.
Yeah,
I roll my
because
damage, and then he still has to make his reflex save though.
he still saves from it. Okay.
Okay, now I'm.
Cause yeah. Well, wait. Do you have a different button you clicked or something? Because normally it wasn't doing both those rolls at the same time, right?
No, I've been doing the spell strike macro the whole time. It's always.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see. Damn. So this little thing takes the full brunt of your snake eyes.
Yep.
But he dodges out of the way of the lightning that you summon.
For some reason, I feel like that's actually wrong now.
I mean, I do too. I don't think that's how we've done it.
I don't think it does the.
But I don't know if I'm confusing it with Vega's. What is your thing? On Vega, it's like a.
Spell weapon?
His
Bespell, yeah.
Spell
Yeah.
weapon, yeah, that's different.
Right.
Yeah, no, the spell weapon is really my arcane cascade.
Gotcha.
But no, what the target? Yeah, no, it just takes the damage. That was my bad.
That's what I thought, because we haven't ever rolled.
Right. Well, you're talking for spell strike?
Right,
Yeah.
yeah, let's see.
You channel a spell into a punch or sword thrust to deliver a combined attack. You cast a spell that takes 1 or 2 actions to cast and requires a spell attack roll.
Yeah.
Effects of the spell don't occur immediately, but are imbued into your attack.
Yeah, there it is. Your spell is coupled with your attack. Using your attack roll result to determine the effects of the strike and the spell. That's my thought.
Yeah.
But it counts as 2 attacks. So if you want to attack again, it's a map 10. Yes.
Instead, I know I have one more thing I have to do on it.
So he takes the lightning bolt to the face. And now is fully aware of what's crack-a-lacking.
Yeah. With the expansive spell strike, with that lightning bolt, it does hit the automaton if that does anything too.
You want it to hit the automaton?
Yeah, because I feel like it's going to come attack me if it's tinkering with it. Because if it's broken, it's broken. We can fix it later.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you attack it, it's probably going to attack you back. Just
You
saying.
got backup on the way. Everything else
Yeah.
is cleared out. We're all coming.
And that one should just be taking its spell.
Yeah, let's see. Well, that's just lets you use stuff that has a cone, right?
Or a line,
Or a line, yeah.
which lightning bolt does. That's why I was.
So you're saying you're throwing a line of lightning bolt. You're not just gonna.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because last game at the very end, I had the 3 people right in front of me. I wanted to do that right then and there, and then they all moved on me.
Oh, okay. All right. So yes, this automaton also gets zapped and seems to enter into combat protocols.
And my last action is, hopefully I have one, is yes, don't have one. Never mind. I'm just going to do a map attack to this guy with my axe. And then that'll be the end of my turn. Oh my.
No, see, that's the wrong. I mean, you still would have hit, but if I'm understanding that correctly, that's the wrong map. You would be on map 10. You'd be on the 3rd one. That's why it says it counts for 2 attacks.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
My bad. Yep. Yeah, no, that
You still hit though.
That's only if you hit a second. Yeah. Yeah, for your second shot, you'd be double. You'd be at the worst one.
should have refocused. Oh well.
No. Go back and look at it. No, I was for Saren. Check me on it.
Oh, Oh.
It says somewhere in there that it's 2.
Yeah. Yeah, it counts as 2 when you don't. Yeah, so he's firing on the third. Yeah, the -10 is should be what he's attacking at.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you still hit because it's +8, but just
Yeah.
noted, right? FYI.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you come down with the fury of the rules, and you and you hit him with all your magus stuff, and he's like, "A magus."
Sweet. All right, and that is my turn.
All right. So, as it turns to his turn, you find yourself, surprisingly, as he turns to stab at you with his dagger, cursing in his little rat language, you find yourself somehow flat-footed, unless you have something that can prevent you from becoming flat-footed.
Nope.
All right. And this little guy lashes out at you with his dagger. Wait.
Hey,
Hold
boy.
on. My buttons got wonky on me there. The last one is wrong, I think. No, the last one was right. Sorry. I did them backwards. I did the second map and the third map, and then I did it wonky. The buttons got janky. So he lashes out at you. He actually hits you only with his most efficient strike. Only 7 damage. Your orc skin is barely penetrated, and you start to hear.
That's what she said.
You start to hear snickering behind you in a little rat voice. And this similarly clad foe appears behind you. And you now understand just how you have become pinned between these two. The corpse does not need to roll a recovery check. Krillin, I believe. No, it starts with. No, yeah, Krillin, not this dead person. Let's pull it up. Yeah, Krillin.
All right. Let me double check my movement speed here. I do not have permission to view my character sheet, but
Do what?
no, it's good now. Okay, so 45 feet. 30, 35, 40, 45. Okay. Move here, 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 here. Okay, that's one action. And then this is the entrance right here to the next room.
It is indeed.
Okay. Okay. So that's 2 actions, and then I am going to do. You know what? I'm gonna do a flurry of maneuvers on this guy. No, actually, I have flurry of maneuvers. I'm going to trip him, and then punch him, and then hit him. So, let's see, what would that look like? So it's an athletics check for the first one, and then a map strike. Miss.
Well, so then the first one you were tripping?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see here. So, you sneak up behind this guy, and you think you've got the drop on him. You gain an advantage by tripping him, which you should have waited for me to do, because that makes him go prone, yes?
Yeah.
Would that have hit him with +2 or a
No,
-2?
but you still should have waited, dick.
Yeah, I got over eager.
So, yes, you did successfully trip him, but as he's falling down, you misjudge, and you swipe too soon or too late, and he falls to the ground just as your blow goes over top of him. Wait, does your staff have the... Can your staff... Oh, okay, you can use your weapon to trip.
Yeah.
Okay. I was about to say, does it have some kind of effect where you can just hit and trip at the same time?
Hey, that's what the whole build is about. Really.
Ninja Turtle style? But I mean
Basically.
with like one action.
Yeah, that's 3.
Cause yeah, I mean, are you reading that trait on that? This uses the weapon's reach and adds the weapon's item bonus. Yeah, I think
It might be a feat that allows me to do it. Let me double check that.
I mean, it looks like the weapon has that. Let me see that. I might be sorry. I'm getting a little too into it. It looks like the bow has that trait, which means you can do that with it.
Check out the staff acrobat dedication. Feat number 2 under bonus feats. You can shove and trip even if you don't have a free hand, provided you are wielding your staff.
So if you're holding it two-handed, you can trip with the staff and add the staff's attack bonus to your trip, which I'm just looking is higher. Well, you had a map, so it's the same. Never mind. Okay. You had a map, that's why. All right, sorry. Gurn, you hear the scuffles, muffled as they may be, because they are quite distant to you, but you hear the scuffles from the other room, certainly. And this chick is dead. Hold on. This is another.
That one there by the table is...
Yeah,
okay.
she's dead. Yeah, she's been dead. There we go. We got it fixed up.
Saren, is there any more by you? We're all cleared out then.
Yeah, I can't see any over here. Why'd you just kill the one by you?
It looks like...
And it is quieting down some. You know, some of these patrons here, these two have come over to check on this guy. You know, they feel safe enough to kind of move around. The gunplay is not necessarily new in Alkenstar, so they're kind of recovering. This dude down here is still, I think he was just grabbed by her, so he's actually just loose. I don't think she tied him up or anything. As you walk into the kitchen here, these guards... I think that was the other guy in the other game. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know. Same. I was thinking the same. All right. These guards, though, are finally starting to kind of take notice as Gurn passes through the room. You know, they've seen, obviously, Vemgard, Krillin, and Drez. You know, Drez is kind of hiding right there and anticipatorily. So the guards are kind of starting to take notice, but they're more concerned about, they seem to be like, you know, just wanting to make sure this room is secure from other people that they don't necessarily know are working with them.
Better make me a sandwich.
Wow, now they attack you.
Bring it on.
On Twitter.
Oh. 6 on 1.
They're not going to attack him on Twitter because Musk made sure you can do those kind of things now.
That's fair. That's
You can
totally
be as misogynistic as you want on Twitter now.
It's totally fair. All right, so Gurn, you moved over there, and then you were drinking.
Yeah.
All right, and that's just straight uphill, nothing added.
Straight up, yep.
All right, so you disgustingly chug down in some weird hobgoblin manner a potion that sustains you. Let's see here. This little guy stands up, which will trigger reactions. Are there reactions to be had against him?
Yes, it will. Okay, I forgot to target it. You want me to reroll?
That is a crit.
Okay.
Alright, so you bear down on this guy and wallop him for 36 damage as he tries to get back up on his feet. And then, what is your specialization here? Choose one creature adjacent. There is not one adjacent. So, I guess we resolve that just because there's not one adjacent to it.
Right.
Okay, so he steps up, walloped by you. He was concerned with Krillin coming through the door, but now, having been just devastated by you, he attempts to put a dagger in you from both sides. I don't know why I keep rolling them backwards, but one of them he critically misses. The other one he just barely nicks, but then doesn't, get it through your tough skin. Yes, sir.
Marriott should have triggered a reaction for him getting up from my standstill.
So yes, I called for reactions. You did.
Sorry.
Yeah. Do you want to use yours?
I just realized that I just remembered that getting up is a move action.
I just assume if you didn't say it, you didn't want to use it, but you do want to use it.
Yeah, I do want to use it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, because so just because we got a newbie, right? I'll mention if you have a reaction like an attack of opportunity, you don't necessarily have to use it because you only can use it once. So if you're thinking, "Ooh, I want to wait until he steps away from me this later in this round or something like that," because think about it, right? IRL, you could just stand there and not attack him, even though you had the chance. So FYI. So you join in with Vemgard in pummeling this guy as he steps up from being tripped. And you thonk him right on the head with your bow staff. And his eyes come up and look like snake eyes. Boom roasted. Alright, so having stood up and tried to stab Vemgard, he has exhausted himself. The bartender over here clings to life. Ooh, he just barely comes back conscious once more.
Which may be the worst thing you could do.
I know. So he's wounded too, conscious but still bleeding. And we will now see. Oh Lord.
All
right.
I'm kind of glad he's dying slowly.
Well, so his bleeding stems, and he is now just lying there in a pool of his coagulating and dried blood, wounded too. Oh, I guess I could give it that, actually. So he is now unconscious with 0 HP. He can't do anything or come back awake unless he is healed and or some significant amount of time passes. Yes.
Yes.
And that's just me kind of, homebrew it, right? If you laid there for 8 hours, you'd probably wake up. If you didn't, it's going the other way, I would assume. As it turns to this clock warden, I note that we are hour and a half in. Everybody gets one more hero point. And you guys want to take like a 2-minute break, get a drink, stretch, bathroom, etc.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Good enough? All right. So, I'm going to go grab a drink. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back already.
You see what I just posted in general?
No, one
The Embracer Group, apparently an unnamed company, pulled out of a $2 billion deal.
Oh,
with
yeah.
them,
Yeah,
like
that's
yesterday.
That's what I was talking about the other day, man. Yeah. And their stock tanked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Nose
Lotro
dive, no
3
shit.
is going to get canceled faster than Lotro 2 did.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just expecting it any day now. Amazon's going to be like, oh, yeah, about that Lord of the Rings MMO we were going to make.
I mean, the thing about Amazon, and tell me if I'm lying, they want the license.
I think they do. I think they want control.
They don't want to work with some idiot.
Right. They want what Embracer has bought from the Tolkien estate. Well, I mean, Embracer might be looking to offload it cheap now.
Well, and they're probably getting a lot of pressure too. Who knows? That deal could have involved something with I don't know, man. I mean, they say they have Middle Earth Enterprises, which is maybe not as expansive as we think it is, right? I mean, it's kind of contrived, right? It's not the Silmarillion, etc., so forth. But man, Amazon's probably putting pressure on that too because they got to be, right? Like, dude, coming in that border, how much of a better partner would we be? We're Amazon, you idiot.
True, but that would be a much better argument if they had any track record of success behind them. Like, they've got New World and Lost Ark, but New World isn't good and has been hemorrhaging players ever since it launched. And they didn't make Lost Ark; they just publish it in the West.
Sure.
And other than that, they've got nothing in terms of their
Right.
entire history of game development. So I don't know. I mean, like, on the one hand, you want to say, yeah, it's Amazon, but I don't think that Rings of Power performed as well as they had hoped that it would. And so they haven't really proven that they're, the ones to handle the property, and their game studio hasn't done anything remarkable. I mean, other
Fair.
than remarkably suck.
Mhm.
So I don't know. I mean, I would like to see the game get made if they make something good, but I just, at this point, like, Amazon's already crapped this up once. I mean, I know it wasn't entirely their fault, dealing with Tencent on the last one, but this coming just immediately on the heels of Amazon announcing, yes, we're making this game, like, that does not say good things to me.
Yeah. But I mean, to be fair, devil's advocate maybe. So it's hard to begin in the spotlight. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, you've got a lot of pressure and a lot of expectations on you in something like that.
So, I just hope they keep funneling money at it until
And if someone would take the basic idea of Star Wars Galaxies and apply it to Middle Earth and make a really awesome sandbox like that.
You mean the original game that was conceptualized by Sierra Online? Yeah, sure.
Yes. Take my money.
Permadeath.
I will even, well, I don't want permadeath.
Hardcore permadeath.
All right. I don't want that part of it. I know you do, but I don't. But seriously, like, just, sure, you can be a badass warrior in Middle Earth and fight whatever evil they come up with. But if you also just want to sit by a stream with a fishing rod and a pouch of pipeweed all day, or if you want to be a farmer or a merchant or whatever, just that real authentic sandbox, I would absolutely pay for.
I'm going to use ChatGPT to create a private server that only has the original pipeweed farming with the crossbreeding.
See, now that's what needs to happen when
all
Metro
you can do
inevitably fails. We need to all chip in together and just host a private server.
Dude, Sev's going to put up his own private server. Be like, all right, now you can buy Sev points. All right.
Does my lifetime subscription carry over?
Hey, man, my sub is good. What does it say? 2039 or something?
Damn right. I got the paperwork.
I got my DDO account back. All right, let's get it back here. Everyone here?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so this clockwork machination, like so many that you've seen on your journeys, through the Alkenstar here, or through the Spellscar Desert and back, and through Alkenstar, it has now come to life, and it begins to blurt out a very hackneyed version of common. And you hear the word intruder, and it swings down an attack on this little rat-looking fella.
Oh, damn. Is it on our side?
I would suggest calling one of those girls in and telling the robot who's on whose side.
Well, you did just attack
it's probably
it.
on no one's side. It just wants to kill everyone.
All right, and it brings a huge metal fist down on top of this little rat assassin and smashes him right on the floor into a greasy spot. With that, it kind of whirls up and straightens up and begins to march almost in a perfectly straight line over to this one, and you see that same fist come up again.
Should that one not be flat-footed now? It's flanked.
through the door. Well, you guys aren't exactly allies. He's kind of neutral, but I guess that doesn't necessarily make a difference. He shouldn't be, though. Let's see. So he pinched in. The fist comes down on him once again. This time, however, he just misses and it whiffs in between him and Vemgard and kind of brushes up against him and sears him just a little bit by the temperature of the metal. With that, it just begins kind of whirling up, and you see it. It's kind of slightly damaged, or at least it's malfunctioning from where it was tampered with, but it's trying to basically dislodge a hand crossbow, like a repeater crossbow, but the mechanism is, kind of stuck, and it's just sitting there, Saren, all the action has moved away from you. You're not exactly sure what is happening, but you have definitely noticed the lack of gunfire for the past, few seconds.
All right, well, I'm going to go and see what's going on. So I got a lot of movement here. Fuck, target myself. That's what, 30, 35. And that chick there's dead.
Which chick who?
I don't know, on my screen it shows this chick alive still, but...
No, she should be a bloody spot.
Okay.
Might need to just refresh after.
15, 20, 25, 30, 35. There's 2 move actions. I guess I better use the third to go in there. That'll count as 10, 15, 20, 30, and 35. Jesus. There's my 3 actions just to get there. I'm following the commotion.
Alrighty, so as you move into this kitchen area, you notice that Drez is, kind of hiding in the doorway there. You come up right behind him very awkwardly.
Hands to yourself.
So you, my friend, have noticed that these ruffians who have been the cause of this commotion have moved yonder into other rooms out of your line of vision. The bartender that you mutilated lays here unconscious in front of you. The patrons here don't seem too concerned with helping him since he threatened their very lives. What will you do?
Let's see. Would need any special materials to try to revive the bartender?
No, you could just treat wounds on him, which, let's see, for you, you're untrained, so I believe, what's the DC on that? Is just 15? Is it just the normal one?
But I think he still has to be trained in medicine.
You have to be trained to treat wounds at all?
I know he's a human, so I don't know if he has the feet that
He would at the very least need healer's tools.
Yeah.
So you may not have any assistance to offer this man other than
I'm trained and I don't have tools. So
you could, judging from your inventory here, you could rob him.
I don't think any of us is particularly concerned with him staying alive.
All right. Then I'd like to walk up beside him, pull out my katana, stab, and then search him for anything he's got.
Oh my god, he looks like Dusty.
Okay, so he is a defense.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
He is a defenseless person.
So
Just saying, there's not necessarily an attack roll that you need to do. So you come up and with just cold calculating precision, you place your katana right where it needs to go into his chest, and he expires. And you should be able to double click him and open him up now that he's dead. Is that the case? And see his like inventory and all his stuff.
Wait. So the value is he just has 500 GP on him?
And if you click inventory, you see his stuff.
All I get is a inventory screen. There's nothing else for me.
You don't see maybe because he's actually wearing it. Let's see.
It says he has armor on him, but that's it.
Yeah, I mean he doesn't.
I can see all his stuff if you double click on him.
Yeah, he doesn't have any necessarily a bunch of treasure. He's just got his armor, his gun, and then the gold, presumably that he was paid for all this villainry.
I'll steal it all off of him, so that's gonna be.
All right, so I can transfer it over to you.
Okay, thank you.
Magically. All right, so there you took his coin. Now, do you want all his armor and everything, or do you want just to take his gun? Because
I need the gun and the ammo and maybe the whiskey, but other than that, that should be fine.
Well, and we need to sort out your bag because I see your book bag, your backpack you have, but like your stuff's not necessarily in it. So technically, right now. There we go. And I just put your backpack on you, so your weight went down a little bit. But technically, right now, like if you carry one more thing, you're encumbered. But that's just because all your stuff is like equipment. So let me put some stuff in your bag here for you.
By looking at your sheet, it looks like you're holding everything.
Right. Which is kind of it's kind of hilarious if you think about it.
I think some of my bullets should be on me quick access, but
yes.
Other than the weapons, it should mostly be.
Well, and like your adventuring gear, right? Like your water skin and your rations and your stuff you need to camp is not necessarily.
These tools would be under the concealed sheath if that was a separate thing.
Yeah.
Is that where you're keeping them?
Yeah.
Another freaking sheath addict over here. All right.
Also looking at
there we go. You're looking good. Yes, sir.
Character sheet. We play with some other rules to give you some other feats. And that.
Undefeated.
Yeah.
Well, and I think
I don't think you've chosen one yet, Logan.
Well, and I think because we did free archetype in this game, right? Yeah. And I think he knows. He just hadn't picked one yet. Whatever.
Okay.
I built it in Path Builder, so I couldn't do some of the stuff I was told about.
Yeah, Path Builder was. I was gonna actually ask you guys to maybe help him give an explanation. How can you do an archetype in Path Builder?
Yeah, you said. Oh, you have to use the paid
Do you have to
version do it.
Do you have to pay for it? Yeah.
Right.
So that's why I say we'll let him pick his, and we could put it in here. And
Oh yeah.
yeah. We'll do that kind of next time or whatever. All right. So you take his gun.
Yeah.
All right.
Like a shotgun.
And he's got what is this? Oh, he's basically got like a.
Did I not take the ammo?
I put it in there. He's basically got like a billy club too. Do you want that?
No. I'll stick with my katana.
And he also has a flask of whiskey. You aren't allowed to take that.
That's who.
Hey, he is 25 in this game.
Wow. All right. So you successfully end his suffering and relieve him of his personal possessions. It would be 3 walking over there, stabbing him and taking his stuff. But I'll give you stabbing him and taking his stuff as 1 together if you wanted to walk back over here to where most of the action has been happening.
Yeah. Got a measurement thing. Is there a movement thing that lets?
Oh, yeah. So right above the measurement on the same tools. Yeah, there you go.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you can't like
I
measure,
did,
but it's kind of like a board. Each square should be 5 feet.
yeah.
So you can measure and then just drag yourself to that spot, or you'll sometimes I'll sit here and be like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's 25 feet, right? So whatever way is easiest for you. Drez, you are hiding in the doorway here, unnoticed. Krillin is right in this doorway, and you could see that he is engaged. You saw that he kind of reached through the door and was tussling with someone.
Okay, so is it a case where I'm able to shoot past Krillin and not hit him, or is he just like blocking the entire door?
So you could shoot through there. It would definitely be a -2 circumstance bonus to try to shoot the gap.
Well, let's see. If he hasn't noticed me, he'd be flat-footed to me, which would give him -2 to his AC, which would basically cancel out my circumstance penalty. So
It's fair.
let's go for it. Shit. You know what? I'm just going to hero point that because 2 is an ugly number. Three is also an ugly number. Okay. I am just going to move. We're going to forego the stealth. And I'm just going to move right here.
Okay.
That's second action. And I'm going to reload. Third action. And I'm going to sit here and be as useful as this bag of tomatoes.
Okay.
Just wait till the gunslingers get there. We'll deal with it.
He is a gunslinger.
That was
No, I'm a rogue that just carries a gun.
Oh, right.
Vemgard.
Alright. First thing I'm going to do is my Thunderous Strike. Oh, just cast. There we go.
Yes. Towards this filler.
Yes.
What does it say? It's a cone. Let's see the cone.
Yeah. How do you rotate?
That's we don't know. I just go and I just pick the cone and draw. So it looks like it hits just the rat.
Okay. Yep, that's fine, because all I want to do is just refocus my spell and do a little bit of damage.
Gotcha.
And then, yeah, he gets a basic fortitude save to be not prone.
Let me get my proper thing here. Let's go. Just barely stay steady on his feet. But he takes the damage, right? Regardless.
Yep. And then my next thing is to do a spell strike. on the construct, the clockwork. So target, spell strike, target them. No token selected. Oh, let me do it now.
Why don't you like clockwork stuff, dude? What's wrong with you?
It's going to come after us after, and I feel like the rat's just about dead.
We're going to just beat up on it more to make sure that it comes after us.
Well, if it's dead, it's dead. It can't come back.
It is kind of guarding the same thing that we're here to guard.
Why isn't it
Probably cost the boss lady a lot of money, and probably not going to be happy if we break it, and it's probably going to make us pay for it.
I can persuade her back so that we don't pay her.
Persuade her, huh?
Yes.
Don't.
I'm not doing it. Okay, I don't know why it's not letting me do this. I'm selecting the token.
Who are you trying? What are you trying to do? You got it on.
Strike.
You got it on the measurement, the thing still, or
Nope,
something. The
target.
drawing.
No, target.
Let's see what you got. You got him targeted. I see you.
Yeah, it's saying no token selected.
What are you?
Saying
What are
approval.
you clicking on?
The spell strike macro. I used it last attack. That's where I'm more
Okay.
confused why it's not letting me do it.
Can you select yourself and then target the creature?
Yeah. I was gonna say too.
Nope, still saying no token selected.
Mm-hmm. Whoop, 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 whoop. Oh, whoops. There we go. Let me try. So, what's your spell?
I was going to do electric arc on it.
With your axe?
Yes.
It let me do it. So, I had. This is what I did. I had him targeted and you selected.
Okay. I think that's where it went wrong.
Yeah, so him targeted and you, but
Yeah.
you with the box around you.
Yeah, I just did it how you just said it.
It worked?
That's not bad. Yep.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna.
Was
erase.
that exactly what I said?
It is. Shh, hush.
Yep.
I said it slower and more, you know. But yeah, you got it.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, that's just Foundry. You know, when I played the other day, I saw how the targeting they need to. Maybe it is. There's version 11, you guys. I'm not updating for a minute.
Ooh, I'm waiting hero point that. Still got one, so might as well use it.
So it was a buy one. I'll give it to you if you want to just use it to convert, but you could also use it to reroll to try to crit. You want to just take
I'll
a hit?
Take the hit.
Booyah. So you swing down on this thing. It is still concentrating on this intruder, but you come down and you clang, and the clang rings out as it clunks down into the floor into a heap of just non-functioning gears.
And that is the end of my turn.
So round 7, 1 full minute passes as the clockwork door warden lays non-functioning. You only have really one threat remaining to you, Krillin, and that is this little guy right in front of you.
Okay. So I'm going to shove him. Let me roll athletics. Wait, why is it? Ugh. Okay.
It would lose its flat-footed status, by the way.
Yes,
What's that?
true enough. It would not be flat-footed anymore.
Oh wait, so is it? Wait, is it tripped right now? Oh no, okay, no, right.
Nah,
No,
it
it stood up. Yeah, no, it was flat-footed because of the warden.
Okay.
But the warden is now non-functioning. All right, so you successfully shove him?
Yeah.
All right, how far? 10 feet or 5 feet?
If he
10.
shoved him backwards over the corpse of the warden, wouldn't it fall down and be prone again?
True. You know,
Give him another reflex save.
was that a crit, Mary, or no? That was a crit, right? Okay. I think 5 feet would allow everyone to be able. It would let you in here, right? So let's go 5 feet, Mary. Right on top of the corpse of the.
Okay, so yeah, you push him into this pile of gears.
Okay, and then I'm going to move over here. And then I'm going to do a flurry of blows.
Well, so. I think you can only move. If you want to move right there, you have to push him 10 feet.
Oh no, I'm not gonna follow him with the shove. I'm gonna use an actual action to move.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then I'm just gonna use flurry of blows to attack him.
Okay. Wow.
Wow, just all over the spectrum here tonight.
Keeping?
I will use a hero point on that first roll. Sorry, there you go. Alright. Well, I'll take that over a crit miss.
Alright, so roll damage for your hit.
Okay.
Your critical hit.
Oh, that was a crit? Shit.
Was a nat 20, yeah, so.
Sorry. Okay. Jeez, some shitty rolls here.
Well, how about this? We're gonna just take the first one that you did and double it, which is the same thing. So you come up and you start pummeling this thing after shoving it into this pile of gears and things. It is stunned by your critical blows and is beat to a bloody pulp. This guy is not talking. He's not telling you anything. He is no longer even representative of what he was in life. And for the first time in about a minute or so, all you hear is the hiss of the steaming kingdom and the murmur of the crowd. As the calm dies down, these guards finally shove past you all into this room. Your friend from the outside comes into the kitchen here to catch up what's going on. These guards shove him out of the way as they proceed into this room. They knock on the wall in a certain pattern, and after a moment or two, you see emerge from this door another guard who asks, if it's safe They get the affirmative, and after a moment, a familiar face pops out of this doorway. None other than Ramsley. And she immediately begins to fuss at all of you, claiming that she's going to make you pay for her clockwork guardian. She doesn't seem concerned at all about the bodies here that are laying, about the attempts, about the patrons who have been maimed and shot and hurt, the bartender who's been duplicitous. She's only concerned at this very moment with what in the hell happened to my clockwork guardian and who's paying for this. What is your immediate response to her?
The green
Vemgard's
monster.
got it.
No,
The green monster's
he's
got this.
retired. He is retired.
No, that's who's paying for it. Get out your wallet.
Your long wallet.
I walk up to her and say, hey, it was coming after us. It started coming up. No one else was in the room other than me and these creatures coming to attack. It was attacking everyone. I'm sorry. I had to do what I had to do.
She calms down.
Sorry,
She calms down for a moment, seeing Vemgard, and she, strokes your arm very gently. She caresses you, and she says, "Oh, it's all right. I guess you all were correct after all. These sons of bitches were trying to rob me, and I bet you Muglin has something to do with it. I can't give you much. Obviously, this has cost me dearly. I have to replace all of this, furniture that's been destroyed and clean the place, blood off the walls, replace this clockwork machination here. But please take as payment any of the loot that these bastards carried in here." And she kind of kicks the corpse of this one here. No one's really examined or looked at them, but you notice that these two that have fallen here seem to have been the safe cracking team. They have invisibility potions on them. They have pyronite and fuses on them. So you guys were very lucky to have stopped them before they detonated pyronite inside this building. A fact of which you immediately don't want, Ramsley necessarily to know, right? For stymieing this assault, you all receive 80 XP.
For this whole fight? 2 weeks?
Hey Mary, can you move the body of the door warden or the rat that died on top of it?
Yeah, there you go.
Thanks.
You chugging another elixir there?
And I typed 80 and then enter, and it rolled that for some reason.
Also, while we're all here, I can heal whoever needs to be healed. Or is it just me?
I can
I
take
took
a
a little bit of damage too.
Okay. I can heal 4 of us.
I can take a heal too, please.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
As the dust settles, you all notice that the sharp-eyed stranger who took care of the bartender for you stands at the storage room door and has, eyed all of this going on. Do you extend an invitation to travel with you?
Yeah.
Be awkward if you didn't. Yeah.
I guess so. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Vemgard.
Not much past to explain. Ronin from my native lands, but changes happened. Things got tough, and I was forced out of town. And to be honest, I'm not exactly sure where I am. What's going on? I must have hit my head.
So, similar to how some other companions have joined you along the way, you don't know much about this person at the moment, but that's the way it goes in Alkenstar. More obviously will be revealed as you journey together, certainly. She has offered you, obviously, the pillage of all of the other, gilded gunner assassins here that were in the place. So you can let's see. It'd probably make it easier if I make them not bloody spots so you can see them. So let me try to do that for you. But they are all spread out just wherever they fell. They probably, let's see, yeah, they're all just kind of mostly carrying the same thing, though. So if you want to just look at one and kind of figure out. However,
can I get more of the thunderstones? I thought I looted. Is that a right click?
I think what do you do,
Double-click.
guys? Double click it? Yeah.
There we go.
Golden
And let's
silencer.
see. Let me make sure there's none on top of each other. All right, so
I'm just getting stuff to sell, so if you need anything, just let me know.
when doesn't somebody who in this campaign is there one bag
I
of
do.
holding? Vemgard has the
Yeah.
bag of holding. Okay. So like the party in this Hideki, the way we do it is, or way we've been doing is, one person has a bag of holding, and then they just kind of collect up anything that somebody's not going to use, and then in between missions, as it were, there's always like a little downtime episode where you have a chance to like sell, whatnot.
All right, we share here in this campaign. Let me give this to Logan then.
You can just keep it. We have a treasure box at the bar that we can just dump everything in.
Oh, okay, all right, right, that's right. Well, just grab everything then, and then we'll sell everything if you have the inventory for it.
Quick question: will the golden silencer work on my musket?
It should, but I'm pretty sure it's a consumable, so it'll only work once.
Oh, darn.
But I can give you all the ones that we have right now and still use them, right?
Is it like a magical thing, or?
Yeah, it's very low level. I'm pretty
Oh.
sure.
Then never mind. I might mulligan the musket into something that has a built-in silencer. Now that I realize there's something better.
There's always something better.
Oh yes.
Well, and let's see. I actually, so 1, 2, 3.
Oh shit, I'm almost encumbered. I'm grabbing all the valuable stuff though.
So, as you guys are going around pillaging and looting these folks, you do happen to notice, that, Hideki, as you step back there, you get yelled at because you have entered the part of the steaming kingdom that is the baths, and the staff informs you to go further. You have to take off all your armor and stuff.
Never mind.
Yeah, trust me, stay out of there. Still recovered from Vemgard back there. Anyway, as you guys are looting all these folks and pillaging their corpses, you happen to find one who seems to be maybe the one more in charge. And in their pocket, you unfold a note that seems to be somewhat written in, cipher, but you make out enough of it to scratch out some directions, crudely as they may be.
Where's the body at, Mary?
There's just bodies all over.
Which one are we referring to?
Just the one that is looks like the head person. Yeah.
I don't know.
This isn't an actual
It's
item that you can loot.
the one you're standing next to. The one you're
Oh,
standing
okay.
next to. How about that?
Gotcha.
There you go. Yeah, you find the note. How about that? All right, so you find in this note that they are describing what you can tell from the note anyway, directions to a place aptly called the Gilded Halls, which is, of course, going to be your headquarters for the Gilded Gunners. You had heard of this place before, but you didn't really know how to get to the gang's lair. However, these directions point you right to it. You know from dealing with this gang and having skirmishes with them in the past that they are known to pick up and move rather quickly, especially when threatened with a legitimate threat, a credible threat. So it's been about 20 minutes since the fight subsided. You all agree, or at least instinctively know, that you should head to this place without delay.
Post haste.
Post haste.
Can we do some healing before we do that?
Well, yeah, I mean,
everyone, sorry, the 4 that I was with should have 17 health points. So that was Drez, Saren, and Krillin to get 17 health.
Yeah, I got mine up there.
What'd you do?
I did, while we were talking, I did battle medicine with ward medic. I can do 4 people for when I do healing.
I got a potion or 2 if anybody has some left over.
Oh, I need some.
I'm good. I'm full now.
Is it possible to do a long rest or a rest? Because I'm not doing well. I'm like at half health.
Same here. We have to get going.
I could use about 2 months of earn income activities if we want to spare that.
You want to wait 2 months?
Yeah, I know those people move like really quickly when there's danger, but it's just not convenient for me. About 2 months of earn income, please.
I'll give Krillin and Vemgard a elixir of life.
Okay.
Right. Is it you have them in your inventory, or
I'm just making them right now.
Yeah.
I'll link it. I don't know if it comes up as use for you guys.
It does.
Not let me do anything with it.
It's because you don't have it. You don't actually have it, I think.
Yeah, nothing's happening when I press it.
Yes.
Can I just take that 20 hit points and just add it to myself?
Yeah, click heal. And you want to use the other one? What's the effect here? +1 throws and diseases. Sick. So you should. Who all drank an elixir light? You drank one,
I
right?
did.
Was Gurn drank one too?
I drank one.
I know Gurn did in battle. And you drank the one. And did anybody treat your wounds for it? Oh, you got battle medicine immunity. But you can still treat your own wounds.
Right.
Krillin, you're wounded 1, FY.
Oh, yeah, sure. I will do that.
That takes, does it 10 minutes, right?
Yeah. I think so. Yeah, I didn't get any health from the elixir. Do I just add it manually? The 20 HP, or is that a separate roll?
Well, he had made 2. Were you gonna click it twice?
I mean, by used it, I meant use it now, but I pressed use and nothing happened. So
Yeah, well, that's what I was talking to Gurn. Are you want to click it again and use that second
Oh,
one?
I don't think I clicked it the first time.
Oh, you did? Wow, it's 20 again. Perfect.
All right, sweet.
All right, so you want to throw up just a medicine? I mean, you're not trying to heal from the treat wounds. It can heal you, but
What's the DC for the treat wounds to remove the wound?
I mean, it always gets removed. That's why it's treat wounds.
Oh yeah,
I think you were treated, weren't you?
Well, I used
that,
it.
Yeah.
I'm wounded 1, right? So to remove that, is that another?
No, treat wounds always removes wounds.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah. I mean, as far as more than one level of wounds, I believe that's just a higher. Yeah, look, you would need to do it on higher things, but you're only.
Oh wait, no, I have continual recovery, so I shouldn't have the treat wound debuff. So I got that 10-minute treat wounds.
But battle medicine is something different. That's when you do it.
Oh well,
in
but in that
combat.
case, we're out of combat, right? So I should be able to just heal myself
With
regularly.
yeah.
Okay.
But in this, I think it's 24 hours for battle medicine. So for the next day, you can't use battle medicine throughout the whole day.
So Mary, I'll do an assurance medicine with a DC 20.
Perfect. So roll. That's an expert level at 20, right? Yeah. So you get the heal too.
So let me roll my heal roll here. Leave me a sec. Treatments. So that's 48 plus 10. Wait, is that right? 48 plus 10? No, 2d8 plus 10.
2d8 plus 10, yeah. Alright, cool. So, time has passed. Wounds have been somewhat healed. Do you guys sufficient to move on?
Yeah.
All right, let's see.
Oh, so we're not doing the 2 months of earned income? Thanks, guys.
Wrong campaign.
I don't think, yeah.
You don't have the luxury of time in this campaign, unlike Age of Ashes.
I know it really sucks because I definitely need to upgrade my gear, but we don't have any time to stop.
Yeah, I need to put some runes on my armor, for sure, like the AC rune or whatever.
Okay, so let's get you guys on this map here. So as you all approach where the directions have led you, that you found on these gilded gunners, you are a little confused. Perfect. Here we go. Because the place is not at all what you expected. Whoa, that's the wrong thing. It is not at all what you expected. Okay, that is also the wrong thing. Oh. You walk up on an unassuming smithy. It just seems like a normal little workshop. It is not, it's not huge and like what you would expect from a criminal enterprise. There doesn't seem to be. there doesn't seem to be anybody coming and going. You guys have arrived very early in the morning, so perhaps that's, can explain the lack of activity. The forge isn't lit. There's no smoke coming from the shop. However, you do sense that any normal foundry that is, working would be just getting started at this time of day. So, what will you do?
Could I peek the window and try to look inside?
You definitely can do that.
Did Krillin leave?
Oh, did I drop Krillin? Sorry. Krillin shows up, huffing and puffing. So, as you move over to the window and peer inside, you don't see anyone or anything out of the ordinary. This seems exactly what it looks like on the outside. It seems like a normal smithy shop. Just doesn't seem to be anybody necessarily at work at the moment.
Can I jump on the roof, Mary? How high is it to get to the roof here? Is it a low roof or a high roof?
I mean, it's a normal size roof to, 15, 20 feet for sure, at least. So you couldn't necessarily jump up on it unless you're like Superman.
Well, I'll just climb normally then.
Oh, okay. Well, so yeah, I mean, you scramble up on the roof. You step on the forge here, at least the outer part where it's fed with coal, and you clamber up onto the roof.
I'm gonna move up here to the side of the door and check the door for traps.
Oh, let's see what you did here.
Well, and do I see any entrances or holes on the roof that we could possibly use to get in?
You don't. The roof looks seemingly like it was almost replaced recently.
Okay,
It is in good condition.
I climb back down then.
So you examine the door here and find nothing amiss, no traps. It doesn't even appear to be locked.
Can I check the window for traps or anything? Or do I have the
Yeah.
to do so?
Yeah, well, yeah, sure. It's just a perception check would do it.
Is that under skills or?
It should be on your sheet, over in the right hand part, underneath your AC. If you click the dice, it'll bring up the box. Yeah. So you feel around all the edges of the window here, and it is sealed. It is shut tight with the latch in place, but you don't find any traps. No booby traps.
So who wants to open the door?
I'll do it. Leroy, if I may.
All right. You open the door. It comes open. As you step inside, you notice that the shop is cool. So the forge here has definitely not been operating for a while. There are some embers in the fireplace that are just barely lit, providing a small little glow. But the shop itself seems to not have seen major activity for some time.
Is this a rug in the corner?
Yeah, it is a rug in the corner. Yes.
Can I
I'm
move
gonna.
it?
I'll go ahead.
Sorry.
Yeah, you want a perception check for that rug?
Alright.
So, you immediately notice this rug is out of place. It just does not tie the room together at all. And you go to roll it up to get rid of it, just to put the feng shui back in. And as you do, let's see here. You notice that there is a trapdoor underneath of it.
All right. I'd like to call out to the rest of the party. Hey, found the door.
I'm gonna hide at this point and move about stealthily.
Let's see here. That's what
Me
I was
too.
looking for. So you pull back the rug and you reveal the trapdoor. You said you're gonna hide?
Yeah.
If I could copy them, actually.
Want me to go in first, or do you want the rogue to go in first?
Would you like me to check the door for traps first?
Sure.
Do we want to do the trap door or this one over here to our right?
Dude,
Whatever
what?
you like.
What do you? There's just this trapdoor right here is what he just found under the carpet.
Yeah, I see a door right here too.
Oh, that's the exterior door.
Oh, okay. Then I guess we're doing the trap door. All right. Whilst moving about stealthily, I'm going to check the trap door for traps.
All right. So you carefully look around this trapdoor, and you notice a hidden catch on the handle that you release, and you don't hear anything, which is satisfaction enough for you that you have disabled something that this was supposed to activate.
Sounds good. Now I'm going to step over here while somebody opens it.
Sorry. I'll put my musket on my back, pull out my katana, and would it be possible to lift it up with the blade?
Sure.
Does your katana have the reach trait? I could probably do that with my bow staff.
I'm not sure.
Up to you though. I'm cool with whatever.
Sorry, I didn't realize that was muted. I was just going to open the door and hop right down in if Drez already disabled
Or that.
the trap.
We'll go with that because I don't got reach.
I have dark vision. It's dark. I got it.
Okay,
this is
so you flip open the trapdoor, and it comes open with no sound of any alarm whatsoever.
All right, I hop down and move 10 feet at least, just so everyone else can start moving in.
Well, do you all just descend the ladder together?
Yeah.
I'll follow.
All right, so let's move us here. Wait a minute, that's the wrong place. So, you guys all descend the ladder. And let's see. So I had Vemgard coming down first, yes.
Yep.
Then who followed?
I'll go right behind him, and that way I can check for traps before anybody else comes down.
Okay.
I'll follow right behind that.
All right. And then the rest of you sots.
I'll go
Yes.
right after the last person.
Right. So, you guys all clown car into this room. Let's see here.
Tight room, isn't it?
A little bit. All right. Here we go.
Musket.
We bring
Oh, I
in-
do have my halberd out instead of my axe. Too.
Noted. All right, so as you all clamber down into this chamber, you immediately notice that there's no one here to greet you. The stone walls in here seem really clean, and they show signs of being recently repaired. There's a bas relief in the south wall depicting a pair of crossed pistols, each with a handle resembling a stylized letter S. The pistols are painted in vivid colors and glint with the luster of gold. Reinforced wooden doors are set into the east and south walls, and a sturdy wooden ladder leads to a trap door in the ceiling from whence you have just entered.
I'd like to check the relief for traps, and then if there are no traps, I'd like to do a thievery check to see if I can get any of that gold off.
Okay, go ahead. So you do not discover any traps on it, and you were gonna thieve it.
Yeah, you want me to roll, or you want to pop something up?
Well, no, you are able to just come over, and you notice that the only thing really of value is some gold leaf, and you scrape up about 10 gold worth. You can loot it out of there.
Hell yeah, I'm rich.
Alright, which door? Top or bottom? And Drez, I will let you look for traps first.
Y'all want to try the top one first?
Sure.
Alright, checking the top one for traps.
And I do know another hour is well past, so another hero point should be in your arsenal.
Voodoo?
So let's see, which door were we checking? Who's checking what where?
Top one.
This one, this one?
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm gonna put you right there with it. So let's see here. Blah 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 blah. You check these doors here, and you are looking. Let's see, you are looking for any sort of, lines or obvious signs of trapping or trickery. However, you don't notice anything.
Alright. I'm gonna try the door and see if it's locked.
Okay. So which door are you, or you're gonna like turn the knob? How are you testing that it's locked?
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna attempt to open it to see if it's locked, and if it's not locked, then I'll open it.
Okay.
But carefully, because I'm a professional.
Sure. So you turn the knob very slowly, and it comes open.
Okay. I'm just gonna step right inside here.
I'll take up position on his right behind him.
All right.
Checking for traps again.
You don't notice anything in your immediate vicinity. No tripwires, no booby traps.
More doors in here.
More door?
Yep, we just walked into it. Suck it,
Thought that was
Boromir.
impossible.
So as you guys move further into this place, more of the same. You still have not found any opposition or necessarily signs of someone, occupying this place. The place is clean though. All the walls are again, neatly kept. For a dusty stone chamber, it is, it is clean. This is not the, the lair of some beast, right? This is a well-kept place.
Vemgard, you want to try that door in front of you, or you want to keep exploring the hallway?
Yeah, I can open it up.
All right. So you open that door.
Yeah, and I walk on through. I'm no thief.
Okay.
Oh, god damn it.
So as you open that door, as soon as the knob is turned, a black powder charge detonates and shatters the door into splinters. You are immediately affected by the blast. It shoots outward from the door. Let's see here. In a cone of 10 feet. So it only... I see you guys. So it blasts outward from the door in a cone of 10 feet, which only affects you. Click that reflex save. Ooh, shit.
Ooh, hero point. I accept that. Oh,
Fair enough. So, you have no notice and are unable to jump out of the way.
hey, Drez, this door?
That one seems to have had a trap on it.
You
No shit.
You take a devastating 38 damage of fire and splintering wood that pierces through your skin. And then once the smoke clears and your vision returns, you see in front of you is just a brick wall. This was obviously a false door.
Well, there goes the stealth mission.
Beyond that, speaking of stealth, the sound of this explosion reverberates in these stone chambers, almost a perfect acoustic carrier, and you are sure that it has been carried at least 50 feet from where you are.
Smooth move, Vemgard.
Well, we're not in combat, so go ahead and heal up.
I was going to ask Gurn if he had an extra elixir of life.
What's that? My eardrums just popped.
You got any more potions there?
Well, I've only got one reagent left.
Oh, okay. No, I wouldn't. I will treat wounds on myself then for 10 minutes. Is that okay, guys?
Yeah, I
Keep
think that.
going through.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
definitely heal up. That was a big
I
hit.
will also do that, Mary. I will do a DC 20 assurance medicine.
Wait, to me?
Well, I mean, I can do it for you too.
Oh,
I have Ward Medic. Cause
Oh,
come
yeah,
next to me.
I have it too. Ooh, there we go.
I just stand next to you or what? Alright, well.
Yeah.
Alright. I'll just include me in your healing.
crit success, it doubles, doesn't it? Or
Crit success is 4d8 plus
oh, it just
plus
doubles
the difficulty.
die.
Yeah, he did. It did.
Yeah. Okay.
All right,
Cool.
so you guys are healed up, and you've treated wounds on yourselves. And yes, you don't necessarily hear, feet shuffling towards you, but that sound did reverberate. Think, knocking the armor down the well in the chamber of Mars Ball. Still in exploration mode.
Yes. All right. I move back up to them.
And-
Everyone and
Well, and I was gonna say OOC. I just kind of thought of this. So when these guys are in like exploration mode, sometimes we do go in like initiative order. With us being more of a robust party now, we'll probably start doing that more. But essentially, in exploration, it's kind of like D&D. You just kind of say, "I want to do this. I want to do that," and just if you have an idea, speak up and say it, kind of a thing. Programming note for the new among us. So, sorry, Vemgard. What were you going to do?
I was just going to come up here and start getting ready to go through this door. Isn't there a door here? Or
There's one around the corner here. I'm about to turn the corner and check it for traps too.
Yeah, so the one you opened that was trapped, when the dust cleared, it was just a brick wall. Yeah.
I just can't see with fog of war.
Yeah.
More or less.
You can't see around like this area right here.
Right. That's how vision works.
Anyway, I'm going to round the corner. I'm going to move to this door, and I'm going to check it for traps.
Okay. Oh, look at the little explosion, you guys. Isn't that cool? That's what you get when you pay real money.
And I'm gonna suggest as a safety precaution that what we do is have Krillin open the doors with his staff while standing like
I can do
off
that
to
with
the
my
side
halberd.
somewhere. You have reach on the halberd too?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
just stand out of the way of the blast and maybe push it with the halberd.
Yep.
Okay, so you check this door carefully, and you assure the party there is absolutely no traps here.
No, I definitely do not. I say to the best of my knowledge, there are no traps here.
No,
Because I am-
no. You assure them. You guarantee the Drez Killshot 100%. No exploding cigar gag. Guarantee.
Yeah, I feel like you're setting me up to have something literally and metaphorically explode in my face.
I really want to know
Never.
how Mary does it. Explain it, because I want to just kick open the door, because they already know we're coming. But I feel like I should open it with my halberd. 5 feet away.
All right.
Yeah, I'm going to open it.
Okay, and then this one, yes, between you guys, yeah.
Can I be peeked around the corner with the musket just in case anything tries to jump out from it?
So yeah, so you're just aiming right here.
Yeah.
Fair. All right, so you reach over with your halberd and you jiggle the handle there and you pry it open and it slowly creaks on its hinges and comes open slightly, and you are able to peer into what appears to be a barracks room. You see bunks and chests lining the foots of the beds.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to run 20 feet in and see the rest of the room, because I can't see much. And nothing, so I'm going to start doing a perception check.
Okay, let's see it.
Not that great.
Well, so you look about this room and you, in your half orkiness, don't notice anything off about it.
All right, let's go, guys.
Just to be safe, I'm also going to check the room for traps.
Or you only okay, well, so,
Yeah, just for traps on this
yeah.
one.
Well, you look around, and as you are searching for traps, you know, you're scanning the room, but you kind of step around and you know, you're probing a little bit, and you notice from these two bunks on the bottom of the bunks, or the bottom bunks, I should say, the sheets have strange human-sized lumps in them.
I'd like to pull out my katana and stab the first one.
Okay.
We'll
Very
do it in
subtle.
unison.
Let me see. Just roll your attack, your katana attack. Oh, you're gonna both do it. So let me see a katana and a halberd roll attack.
Okay.
I'd like to hero point that.
Now you're learning.
Let's see. How do I hero point that exactly?
Just so you would just take your hero point away, and then just roll again.
All right.
Like it never happened.
Wow!
Oh my gosh.
Yikes.
Only
Welcome to Foundry.
I know you haven't used them, so use another one.
Have more.
Yeah.
This is why you always end the session with none.
Here we go.
All right, so both of you roll damage for me.
How
So
bad are you going to feel if it turns out that there are like children sleeping in these beds?
I won't care.
Meh.
wow. So you both stealthily, or at least quietly enough to get the drop on somebody, step up. You know, you kind of give each other the nod. You swing down in perfect synchronicity, and out of both beds comes hopping an assassin, and both of them are wounded. This one for 16 and 1d6 bleeding.
Ooh, nice.
This one for 12. And you have instigated a combat situation with them all. So everyone who is hearing the sound of my voice, roll for combat.
Of course.
So, one remains. Click on that encounter tab, the fist. Click that dice next to your name.
Oh, gotcha.
Alright, so as we begin this encounter, the sharpshooter himself entered the room and
sharpshooted. I'll use a sniper's aim on my shot. Just shoot the first girl. Quick draw my gun and shoot. And hero point.
Getting a lot of nat ones tonight. What have you done?
Wait, I critted 2, failed 2. I don't
They-
like this pattern.
they don't call it version 11 for nothing.
Jesus.
Holy shit.
Turn
No.
off the dice hacks.
I'm actually going to hero point that one too.
This time it's
It
going to
was
be a
still
3.
a hit, but doesn't take much to actually crit these things right now, so I want a fucking critter.
Getting warmer.
Bloodlust.
If I use all 3 of them right off the bat, it'd be kind of funny. Because you know I'm going to roll a fucking 1 again.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm
I'll
doing
do
it.
it.
All,
Do
all
it.
3 hero points in a row just to see if I can do it.
1.
20, 20.
I'd settle for a 10.
I would have just let you crit for 3 hero points. Alright.
Boo.
So you aim down sights on this chick and pop a cap right in her backside as she is distracted by the katana wielding maniac that just stabbed her unbeknownst.
And then just for fun, because I haven't used it, I'm going to cast Bane.
Nice.
All enemies in the area do a will save or take a -1 status penalty to attack rolls.
Let's go.
There we go.
And that'll
All
be
right.
that'll be my turn. 2 actions for the sniper's aim, and yeah, good to go.
So these 2 become well, she's already got, how'd she already get it on her? Alright. These 2 become baned. And Krillin moves to you.
Alright. I move in between these 2. And then I use staff sweep. I think that's what it's called.
To trip one of them?
Trip both of them.
What's your range? They just gonna be next to you?
Yeah, as long as I can reach them. And they're no more than 5 feet apart. So I think that's just, sorry, let me double check.
It's the same, just the trip with, but is it with your, oh, it's with your athletics?
Yeah. Where's my athletics?
Well, so if you, I was gonna say, if you do the athletics tooltip from the shove tip, it'll be like if you do this.
Oh, I see what you mean.
With them targeted, it'll just, you could target both of them, actually. I think it'll do both at the same time.
I think is it, compare the results.
I mean, yeah, we can just figure
It's
it
one
out.
roll. It's just one roll for both of them. According to this.
Appropriate DCs of up to 2 foes, yeah. So 2 can use the same DC.
Yeah.
I'm just saying you could target them and stop making me have to fucking
Oh,
figure
sorry.
it out.
All right.
It's a success.
There you go.
All right, yeah. So they both get swept to the ground.
And then
end up prone.
then I'm gonna use flurry of blows on this one. Finish it off. So I would be staff sweep would count as just one map, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So then let me counter little map -5. And then map -10.
Yeah, because it's just the one trip.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you key strike with your staff? Or is that only unarmed? You can do key strike with it?
Yeah. Yeah, so I have a feat where basically if I have a weapon that you know, a monk can use, then any unarmed feats apply to it as well.
Gotcha. All right, so you come down and just start beating on this. this person who was just stabbed, this person who was just tripped, and now they're just getting beat in the head. They are definitely questioning why they signed up for the Gilded Gunners at this point. And they are, yeah, you can tell she is badly beaten and just barely clinging on. And that's 3?
Yeah.
All right, so it moves to this one right beside you. She stands up, which triggers reactions from you guys in range. Does anybody have a reaction?
I will use mine.
Oh.
So
Ooh,
as she
nice.
as she stands up, she gets walloped first with a bow staff strike straight to her head. Do you knock her? Do you want to move her? Like, do you want to knock her into this bunk post right here?
Yeah, I'll knock her into that for some extra damage.
So she smacks her face right up against it. And then Vemgard comes around and catches her as she's just getting smacked in the back of the head with the bow staff and leaning forward. He comes up with his halberd and just catches her full force right up almost at her throat, just right in the chest. And as it is that's a piercing one, right? Or slash. Let's see. Piercing. All right. So as she recovers from this, she is stunned too from the onslaught suddenly from standing up. So yeah, she's done for this turn.
Get wrecked.
Drez.
And stay down.
Yeah. Drez, you see this successful onslaught and want nothing more than to satisfy your own bloodlust.
All right, so turning to this one right here beside me who is laying on the ground, moaning in pain, I decide to add injury to injury and stab her through the face with a short sword. God damn.
Man, it lingered on that 20 too.
Stab her through the face with a short sword. Jesus Christ.
You skipped your first one.
Well, you attempt to do that, but you instead stab yourself and begin to bleed slightly. It happens.
All right, well, that was still only one action, so this probably can get worse. Let's see what happens. Oh, that one hits.
Of course. All right, so you redeem yourself slightly, ever so, and you rip into her for 18 damage, which is enough to expire her.
All right, and then my last act, I'm just going to step over here and flank this one.
Right. Let's see here. Take off. What? Oh, because you've got Bane activated. That's why it wants to give it Bane automatically. Perfect. All right, so you end up in a flanking position, and this one is indeed flat-footed. Your new companion looks to shine once more. What will you do, friend?
Katana through the heart is always fun. So,
Drez, you want to click that? Do you have that recovery button too?
Yeah, I got it.
So that'll be a
You staunch your bleeding.
movement action, and then is it a plus 15 or is it more for the hit? Just the standard.
Just your regular katana hit is so yes, it looks like plus 15. If you click that blue button that says strike, it should bring up your box. Yeah. Perfect. So the only thing, and this is the tricky thing I was telling you about, is targeting them, but that is a hit.
Sorry.
So go ahead and roll damage.
Or normal.
Just a regular hit, so roll damage. Perfect. So you step forward and you give this one a little bit of the old katana action, not wanting the other one to be the sole recipient. You plunge your katana deep into this person, and they begin to bleed somewhat, and you can tell they are almost mortally wounded.
Katana through the heart. I'll take a map. Oh wait, hold up. Sorry. Let's see. Need to target, then map it.
That'll do it.
Miss. Does flat-footed already count into that?
It did, yeah.
Darn.
So, just a close miss. You swipe it. You come back and try to stab once more, but she, although beleaguered, is aware that an attack is incoming and just barely kind of slides out of the way, just in time for Vemgard to come in. What will you do? A man of few words.
That looked painful.
Yes, very painful. And yes, just hack and slash until she's dead.
Alright, so once again, backing up your new companion and denying Gurn any opportunity to contribute, you swing down with vicious fury upon this foe and smite them into the earth from whence they came. The sounds of nothing return to these gilded halls. As combat concludes, you find yourselves the recipients of only a paltry, what are y'all, level 7?
Yep.
A paltry 40 XP. And as you are standing here in this room, seemingly alone, chests surrounding you, empty bunks before you, how about we pause in this room?
Yeah.
So programming note, you guys want to try for pick it up weekly now that, I'm out of school, he's out of school, obviously. Y'all want to try to pick it up weekly for what it's worth for the summer?
I'm down.
Cool.